guys, we are working on practice sheet number 32. This says the width of a rectangle is 4 feet and the diagonal length of the rectangle is 13 feet. Which measurement is closest to the length of the rectangle in feet? So my suggestion, of course, is to sketch this, okay? So a rectangle, it says the width is 4. Normally the width is the short side, okay? And the diagonal length is 13. So this is our diagonal. Our job is to find which measurement is closest to the length. So that would be right here. I'm just going to put an X, right? So hopefully we all know rectangles have right angles. This is the long side. So hopefully we know we're going to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared to find the x. And we know the long side. We know that this is c. Okay. Number 2. I love this problem, but it's easy to mess up. The set designer for a play painted some background scenery on a large piece of plywood. He used a 13-foot long pole to hold up the piece of plywood upright, as shown in the diagram. What is h, the total height of the piece of plywood? Okay. Now, hopefully we can tell again, this is Pythagorean theorem, we have to find our missing measure. Now, it looks like we want to put h, but honestly, I would put x because this is the side of the triangle, okay? The plywood will be 2 more than whatever we get here, okay? So what we need to do is do the Pythagorean theorem, and whatever you get, add 2. That's your last step, because our goal is to find h. So h is x, and it's a little bit longer than that, okay? So again, we'll do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. This, of course, again, is c. Okay, so you're going to run the formula and then add 2. Don't forget to add 2. Okay. Scientific notation. Well, hopefully we remember we need a number that's 1 or more but less than 10. So you're going to put a decimal somewhere in here, right? We always do times 10, and because this starts with a 0, that means it's a small number. We should have a negative, and that's when I count decimal to decimal, okay? Number 4, write in standard form. So we're going to take this decimal and move it 7 times and make it a large number. Now make sure to rewrite your answer so I know where your decimal is, okay? Okay. Number 5, which transformations do not maintain congruence? So, the ones that do not maintain congruence, remember they have an x and a y, okay? So that is everything else you're going to x out, okay? If you have a number in front of the x, number in front of the y, that maintains congruence. Number 6, order from least to greatest, okay? So, guys, put the decimals. I need you to practice writing these decimals, okay? Like 18%, 1, 2, 0.18. Now, when I put my answer, I'll put the actual number, 18%. When you're doing this, put 15 point. Now do 2, down, 3, decimal, enter. I'm going to tell you, you will get a repeating number, okay? You'll get a repeating decimal. So put that here. Then order. Once you have all of your decimals, then order them, okay? Number 7, we have got to get in the habit of showing work on these. Even though it's multiple choice, it doesn't mean we don't need to show work. Guys, there will be multiple problems on STAR where it's not multiple choice. We're just practicing some here, okay? Which table contains only corresponding x values and y values where the value of y is 3 more than the quotient of x and 2? So, kind of confusing. Which table contains only the corresponding x and y values? So we're trying to figure out which table is correct, where y is 3 more than, okay? That's why I'm putting the plus 3 over here. Than the quotient of x and 2. Quotient means divide. Now when I divide, guys, when we're doing equations, I'm going to do it like this, okay? So here's what you would do, okay? We're going to check every value here, okay? So for instance, you're going to say, notice here, x is 7. This is going to be easy because x is 7 in all of these, okay? You're going to be able to find it right at the beginning. So I put a 7 here. This x right there, over 2 plus 3. Now I'm going to enter this in the calculator. What I know is when I do 7 divided by 2, that's a decimal. So I know this one is not going to be the answer. Okay? So now the rest of these have decimals, so one of these will be your answer. I'm going to tell you, when you enter the 7, you're going to see that it is going to get you whichever answer it is. Okay? So whenever you use 7 as your x, it's going to give you the correct y. Okay? Hopefully we also know that's not proportional. Last problem. This is our new material. Okay? This is our new material. I will also let you know this is one where we will need our formula chart. This says, sorry for this extra period here, Kathleen made a deposit of $4,500. That's the money she puts in. We call that our principal. Paying interest at a rate of 3% compounded annually. This means we're doing compound interest. She did not make any more deposits into this account. If Kathleen takes the money out in 4 years, what will be the balance? Balance means all together. Remember, all together. We'll be doing this in class. So, it's the wrong thing. Formula for compound interest right here. A equals P parentheses 1 plus RT. Okay? If the question asks for just interest, we have to subtract the principal. It's not doing that. It's asking for the balance. The balance means the total. Or I like to say all, which is our A formula. Okay? P1 plus R to the T. Okay? So when it's balanced, it's all of it. Principal is $4,500. 1 plus R, the rate. So remember, 1, 2. T is time. T has to be in years. So that's 4. Okay? So you are going to put this into your calculator. And you're going to round to the hundredths. Why? Because it's money. So that means I want it right here. And you're going to look to the third place to help you round. Okay, so you're going to round to the hundredths.